to whoever finds this letter. If you're reading this, it means someone opened the box I swore would never see the light of day. Maybe it was out of curiosity. Maybe it was fate. But what's inside isn't treasure. It's poison. Words soaked in blood. Secrets that were supposed to be buried with me. My name doesn't matter anymore. That identity died a long time ago, burned along with the last passport I ever used. What I'm about to share with you isn't a plea for forgiveness. It's not a redemption arc. It's simply the truth, unfiltered and rotting at the edges. I was a hitman. Not the kind you see in movies with sleek suits and high-tech gadgets. No, I was the kind who wore a mechanic's uniform, drove a rusted-out Chevy, and got the job done without leaving a trace. I walked through hotel lobbies like a ghost, smiled at security guards before cutting the power, held my breath beside trembling victims, and whispered, "Don't fight it." You don't end up in my line of work by accident. It started small. I was just a soldier back then, young, angry, and good at pulling a trigger. Uncle Sam trained me to kill, and when the war ended, the government forgot about me. But someone else didn't. Someone saw my potential and offered me cash to keep doing what I was best at. I told myself it would be one job, just one. Quick, clean, and over. But the money was good. The kind of good that could buy silence, a house, a new identity. So I said yes again, and again, until one day I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the man staring back. The first person I ever killed as a contractor was a small-time banker in Nevada. They said he was skimming cartel money, double-crossing people way above his pay grade. I watched him for 2 days, learned his habits. He always jogged alone before sunrise. I waited on a park bench, pretending to lace my shoes. When he ran past, I stepped in front of him like I was confused about directions, and then slit his throat. He gurgled. That sound, like someone trying to breathe underwater. It never leaves you. I remember walking away with blood on my sleeve and a heart that wouldn't stop pounding. But I didn't feel guilt. Not yet. Just adrenaline. Just the satisfaction of a job done right. And then came the envelope, thick and heavy with cash. I didn't even count it. Over the years, the jobs changed. Sometimes it was clean, distant, a sniper shot through a third-floor window. Sometimes it was up close, personal. I remember a woman, late 30s, school teacher. I didn't know why she was marked. They just said she knew too much. I watched her sing along to the radio with her kid in the back seat. I almost backed out. But then the call came. Do it now. I waited until she dropped the kid off at school, followed her to a gas station bathroom, locked the door. One silenced shot to the heart. She looked surprised. That's what haunts me the most. How surprised people look when death finally comes, as if no one ever expects it to be them. I lived 2 lives. To my neighbors, I was a traveling consultant, quiet, polite, kept to myself. I mowed the lawn, sent Christmas cards. Sometimes I even volunteered at the community center. And at night, I cleaned blood off my boots. You'd be amazed how easy it is to disappear in plain sight. But it doesn't last. Nothing ever does. The turning point came in Detroit. The job was messy from the start. Too many moving parts, too many eyes watching. I was supposed to take out a low-level enforcer who'd been leaking info to the feds. But when I got to the safe house, it wasn't him. It was his little brother, 14. Wrong place, wrong time. I pulled the trigger before I saw his face. By the time I realized what I'd done, his blood was already soaking into the floor.
I froze. Not from fear, from something worse. Clarity. That was the night I stopped sleeping. I started drinking, started seeing his face every time I closed my eyes, started hearing his last words, even though he didn't speak any. After that, the people I worked for wanted me out, said I was sloppy, said I had a conscience now and that made me a liability. I went underground, burned everything, erased myself. But you can't erase guilt. You can change your name, grow a beard, live in the middle of nowhere with no electricity, but guilt will always find you. It seeps into the walls. It follows you in the silence. It writes itself into your skin like a scar that never heals. So why am I writing this? Because I heard a name yesterday on the radio. Someone new, someone young, making waves in the underworld. Same last name as mine. Could be coincidence, or maybe my own son followed the breadcrumbs I left behind. If that's true, if you're reading this, my son, don't follow this path. The money isn't worth it. The thrill fades, but the faces, they stay. The pain compounds. The silence screams louder each year. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it. I just hope you never have to wake up with blood on your hands and no one left to wipe it off. Burn this letter. Forget my name. And whatever you do, don't become me. Sincerely, the man I used to be.